And welcome everybody back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I know I'm spinning all around, but that's because I had a good episode last episode, even though it was hard. Last episode, we adventured into the subterranean area of Torvus Bog here, and we got the gravity boost, which is a new item that allows us to freely move in the water, and be able to get to a triple jump in a sense, and we got a new jetpack and all that other jazz. I also took on the Alpha Blog in the last episode. I was worried. That was the episode I was worried the most at. In today's episode, we're going to continue onwards down in the subterranean area because there's more stuff that we need to take care of. We need to actually head over to, I think, the catacombs. So we gotta go over to the Dark Beam door. Okay, so we gotta go over to the catacombs because there is stuff to do on Dark Aether now that we have the gravity boost. Right now we need to go there in order to get over and get a new ability, because there's one more ability major ability. When I say it major, yeah, it's kind of major. We didn't get really to use it very much, but it's a major ability, and I really need Dark Beam ammo. I really need to go back and get some. But because of one thing in particular, hi Grinchlers, you just popped up on my screen. To all you guys probably like, I heard him a mile away. How did you not hear him? Whenever I record stuff, I usually tend to have the volume pretty low. So he just appeared on my screen, and I had no indication whatsoever he was there. So he kind of spooked me just a second there. Grinchlers spooked me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to kill him off. There we go. I just walked into the water. But actually, before we go into this room, we need to be in this room. But there's also one thing I want to grab before we go too far deep into today's episode. Mr. Grinchlers, did you go in the water? Yeah, you did. Okay. I kind of want to take you out. Okay. I'm gonna bite you. Bite your face. Speaking of Grinchlers, we're gonna have to deal with Grinchlers today. Before we go too far, I think I need to go over here. Transit Tunnel East. That's the name of it. Before we get too far, because I do not trust myself. I promise I do not trust myself. There is a reason why I do not trust myself, and that is because this item that I'm going to go pick up, I'm trying to remind myself to go and get it. Because this has been a bane of my existence, this pickup right here. Because in all my routes, I've always planned out what I usually grab. This pickup right here always eludes me. I don't know why, it always does. So I'm going to go make sure I get it this time. Now that we have gravity boost, we can actually freely move in water, and we're not trudging around in the water like this. So we need to do the bomb triple jump to get up to this bomb slot. In this room there is a energy tank, and when you activate that bomb, or not actually, hold on a second, that was wrong. I think it's up here actually. No, I was wrong. It's this one, sorry. Yeah, it's this one. Alright, there is an energy tank in this room. I don't know why my routes always do this, because it's kind of out of the way. You guys saw we were just in the room that we need to go in. And this one's kind of out of the way, in a way. We need to get this energy tank, and I always forget this energy tank, and I'm always wondering, why do I'm missing one energy tank at the end of the game? That's the reason why. This one is always my last pickup I always end up getting in my routes, because I keep forgetting it exists. So, we need to actually bomb jump, if I can ever get it right here. Lay down a bomb right before you get to the very top of your jump, like this, so that way you can jump up this way and hit this bomb slot. After that, a timer will activate, and you have to come into this one. And you have to kind of bomb jump up to the area you need to go. Remember, you're on a time limit. I'm trying to get up there. Come on. Get it. There we go. Energy tank. Yeah, that is my last energy tank I always get in my playthroughs because I keep forgetting this one exists. So we're getting it now, so I don't forget it. It's always funny. You know, whenever you play games that have a lot of items you need to go and collect, well, you always remember the one you miss. You remember the ones that you always have, like, you're always missing like 1% out of 99%? You always remember the one that is 1% that you missed on consecutive playthroughs afterwards. So keep that in mind whenever you're trying to, you know, remember things for the next playthrough. Actually, now that we have gravity boost, now we're back here on the catacombs. If I can get the camera up here, we can actually jump up to this bomb slot right here, and we can actually activate it. The gravity boost, we couldn't do it before because we were too heavy to move around the water. What that did is it revealed that portal that we couldn't access before. So, we have access to the Dark Ether, Dark Torvus Bog, and there's Grinchlers everywhere. Mr. Grinch, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. We need to go up here. I'm just gonna try to ignore these guys. These guys are just like, I'm gonna get you, Samus. Let's go inside the Dark World. Ignore the Grinchlers. We're gonna go in the Dark World. But yeah, whenever you play games and you're like, let's say you're playing another Metroid game, another whatever Metroid game you're playing, and you're trying to do a 100% playthrough, and you're missing one. That 1% you'll always remember for the rest of your life. That's my 1%. Here in the Dark World, there's Dark Grinchlers. Dark Grinchlers are pretty much Grinchlers, but beefed up a little bit. These guys take a lot of shots on their backs, so just be mindful. These guys are way dangerous than regular Grinchlers. See, like, I took a super missile to his back, and he just now just breaks off his back after 2 super missiles. But they act pretty much the same like any other Grinchlers. Like any other enemies that has a dark coating on it. They're not too bad, but be sure to scan these guys because these guys don't show up too frequently. So you might as well go ahead and get them while you're here. So I'm gonna go strafe around your back here and super missile. All right, and then attack you. Oh, I'm gonna hit your back. Hit your back. I'm gonna get your back. There we go. All right, yeah. But we're here in the dungeon area of the catacombs, and the only way we can go is through a blue door over to the side here. Yeah, right there. There's the blue door. Everywhere else is blocked by these ingworms. Keep in mind that this puddle exists. We're going to be coming back later in the game when we get a suit that allows us to go into dark water, because dark water is poisonous right now. We can't access it. But we just go inside this thing, and we get sent off over here. And this is a mechanism of stuff that will smash you if you're not careful. I don't think there's anything up here, if I remember correctly. No, I don't think there's anything up there. They wouldn't put anything in this room. Alright, so we just go on our merry way here. And there's a dark door. I really need dark beam ammo. I need to get some. But we're here in the sacrificial chamber. There's something going on right above us. I don't think you can actually... Oh, there's a dark hunter ing there. So let's go ahead and fight this guy here. Like I said before, hunter ings... This is going to be a really annoying hunter ing to deal with because, well, we don't have, like, actual safe zones to deal with. So get your light beam, and you should be able to take them out pretty easily. Just don't attack them when they're phasing in, and like kind of like phasing out of reality there, because you won't be able to hit them. So just FYI. Alright, so now here, there's something moving around here. You guys probably can't feel it, but you guys can probably see the screen shake a little bit. There's something above us. I don't think we can scan it up here. I don't think it's up here just yet. I don't think you can get a free scan on it. You probably get a free scan on this thing, though. This is a panel is against a densium. We're actually going to be going up to the upper chamber of this room here in a little bit, so just keep in mind, there's something thudding around up there. You guys can't see it, but my rumble on my controller is making thuds. This room is a little bit kind of weird because there is a pickup in this room. And you can't really see it because it's like a little labyrinthian of maze of pipes here. But we actually want to actually come up this way and bomb up here. I do believe. Is it bomb up here? Which way is it? I can't. My goodness. Is it here? Yeah, I think it's this way. Okay. Can I actually get up there? No. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of... Ah, my goodness. Where is it at? That's going to bug me. Actually, it's right here. That's right. Okay. Yeah, you drop right here like you're normally going to drop down, like from here. And then go to the left over here. And then jump up this way. And there's a missile expansion right there. It's very well hidden, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is a missile tank that trips up people, because the only way you know that there's something there is if you hear it. If you hear the missile expansion noise that makes it. It's like that with every expansion. I shouldn't say it's just missile expansions, but every expansion makes a distinct noise when it's in the room. So just keep that FYI there. This thing is a light crystal used to control the barrier shield. It will destabilize when we shoot it with a Dark Beam. And now we're back in this room. You guys remember when we were in this room earlier, when we were on here briefly in last episode. And sure enough, there's dark pirates here. These are just normal pirates. I'll go ahead and just take you guys out with Light Beam. That guy just fell in the poison water. Wow. Way to go, buddy. Alright. I actually need to get some beam ammo real quick. Let's shoot this. I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah, if you shoot the opposite... I think I might have. I can't even remember what I've said in this LP so far. But if you shoot a item that holds pickups here like this, with the opposite beam, you'll get ammo for the opposite beam that you just shot it with. So if I shot it with a Dark Beam, you'll get Light Beam ammo. And if you shot it with a Light Beam, you'll get Dark Beam ammo and such like that. So just keep that in mind whenever you're low on ammo. That's how you refill it. So it's not too bad that the beams have like ammunition. I really don't think it's really that huge of a big deal that it does, because it is manageable. They have easy ways to get your ammo back, so it's not really too bad. I know the first game had infinite ammo for like Ice Beam, Plasma Beam, and Wave Beam, but in my honest opinion, it's not as bad as people say it is. Alright, so we need to come up here. And there's Dark Tentacles. Dark Tentacles. I can barely shoot you guys. There you go. I'm going to have to free aim with that guy, because he was just like, I get locked onto me, but you can't hit me. Can't hit me, guys. Alright, so now we're inside this room. This is the Under Temple Shaft. This is kind of like the subterranean area in the Light World. Right over... I want to say it's on the opposite end of the room there. There's a red door there. That is a save room, just like in the Light World. So just keep that in mind whenever you're going on your merry way. There's a dead Luminoth in this cage here. Luminoth subject expired 1.86 decacycles ago. Was exposed to heavy amounts of Nodian gas. This is likely cause of death. Nodian gas. That must be a puffer thing. Alright. So we have no access in order to gain here. Well, there's a grapple point right here, but we can't use it because we don't have a grapple beam. We need to fall down. Ow. And of course, Hunter Ings spawn right here. Be careful, there's 2 Hunter Ings that actually do it. You can actually shoot the light crystal right here and kind of draw them in here. I think I just killed one of them, yeah. I just heard his noise. So come over here and draw him over here, and he'll end up killing himself. Yeah, see, he just killed himself. That's one way I deal with Hunter Ings, is I don't even want to bother with them, so I just end up just making them kill themselves. That's a good little tactic. It works, it really does. Alright, so we want to go inside this kinetic orb cannon. It shoots us back up here. I think we've already scanned these guys. Yeah, Dark Preeds. We've already scanned these guys. Yeah, there's a red door right here. There's a save station right over here. I'm not going to go inside the state. I'm not going to save the game yet, because I usually just reserve saving games for at the end of the episode. But I'm just going to use it to heal. I've been using these save stations more or less to heal if I really need to. But it's strongly suggested at this point, if you're playing along with me, save at any save station you see, because those are essentially your checkpoints. If you die, you spawn back at the last save point you saved at, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so now we're going to drop down here. We're going to drop into this light crystal right here. And there's going to be, you know, there's a cage here with that Luminoth that died. But there's also a bomb slot. So let's go ahead and get inside and activate it. What that does is it moves the cage around. And now we have access to the other door for right now. I just stepped right onto the dead Luminoth. I'm so sorry. That's kind of disgracing the dead there. I'm so sorry, Luminoth. Actually, hold on a second. No, let's actually shoot it with Dark Beam, because I'm going to be using Light Beam a bunch here in a second. Alright, yeah, there's a bunch of caches here if you need some ammo. So just keep that in mind. There's also Venom Weed down here. Strangely enough, like, the Venom Weed was actually a scan entry in the last game. There's strangely not a scan entry in this game. I don't know why. This is mutant strain of Venom Weed. Poisonous plant reacts to the ground and threaten. Adapted to life on dark ether. To get rid of Venom Weed, you just simply shoot over it. So that's how you do it. And you get rid of it. Now we're back here in the sacrificial chamber. As soon as you walk in here, you're greeted with that thud monster earlier. This is the Grapple Guardian. This is a mutated Grinchlers that has gotten our Grapple Beam. Grapple Beam powered Darkling. Well-armored target utilizes Grapple Beam to ensnare enemies. Weak spots detected. Back shell and eye. Uses special attack when angered. This Darkling Grinchlers has absorbed the power of the Grapple Beam. It will fire the beam and ensnare potential meals and pull them into the waiting jaws. The beam is powerful and can attach to most surfaces, including your armor. Its eye region is sensitive. Damages in this area can induce a state of anger in the target. A weak spot under the back shell is its prime target as well. When angered, it will use a special attack. Okay, so the Grapple Guardian. This guy can be kind of mean. You can shoot him in the eye and he gets stunned a little bit. If you go ahead and keep shooting him, eventually he's going to get stunned a little bit. That is your chance to get him to go and attack the... Oh gosh. That is your chance. He's going to start shooting his Grapple Beam. What you want to do when he shoots it is get behind the light poles and he'll get stuck. Then you want to go ahead and attack his backside. I'm not doing a very good job because I'm trying to use super missiles. I don't want to use super missiles. I'm going to use Light Beam. Light Beam's probably the best weapon to use against him. So just essentially get behind him and attack his backside like so. Then eventually you're going to get a hold of him. He's going to start coming over and starting attacking you, biting you, and all this other stuff. You just have to simply attack him in the eye, strafe around him, and attack his backside a couple times. And there we go. As soon as he does that, he's going to knock his head down and you just go over and attack his backside. His backside is his main weak point. Just keep on top of him. He's kind of a meanie. So we're just going to go ahead and attack his backside like that. And he's going to get snared again. That'll give us a chance to go ahead and just Light Beam his backside. Light Beam does a lot of damage to him. So it's probably be best to use it. Don't use super missiles. They're kind of slow, and he's kind of a fast opponent. So, alright, so now he's just going to get stuck, and we're just going to go ahead and attack him, like so. And he's going to go and try to attack him. After a certain point, he goes into a second phase, in a way. Not like a super phase like this, but he'll kind of come over here, and he'll attack that side there, and he'll get bonked on the head. He'll drop pickups, too. Whenever you attack him a certain number of times, he will break his back off like a regular Grinchlers. And that'll actually deactivate these things here. So you can't use the trick of getting him to ensnare on the light thing. You have to go up and attack his eye, like you've been doing. And then you just attack his backside still. But he's not too hard of a boss. It's just... he's kind of a meanie if you're low on health. That's why I really suggest to go save at the save room if you haven't gotten to at this point. Alright, so wait until he does his attack little thing, and he's going to come over and try to attack me. Alright, so just strafe around him and attack his backside. And there we go. Grapple Guardian taken care of. He's not too bad. And upon defeating him, we get the Grapple Beam. We haven't gotten a chance to use this at all in the LP, so this will be prime example. Get it? Prime example? Grapple Beam acquired. Yay! Press and hold the L button to fire the Grapple Beam. Release L to stop grappling. You can only use the Grapple Beam on grapple points, which we'll be seeing here in a second. This top level will actually descend down lower to the lower level, if you guys remember this area. Alright, so the Grapple Beam... actually, scan this thing. Column generates unstable energy. Contact with the Grapple Beam may be sent and mobilized feedback to the user. Well, yeah. Say that's Mr. Grapple Guardian. That didn't work out well for him, did it? If you look up here, you'll notice that there's grapple points right here. Scan the grapple points because that's part of your logbook entry. This is where you can actually use the Grapple Beam. So, if you see the little indication, there's like a grapple icon right there. As soon as it glows blue, hold the L button, and then Samus will grapple with the Grapple Beam. And you'll kind of have like a grapple animation. You can kind of turn around with a camera. As long as you hold the L button, you'll keep swinging like this. Unless you get caught up on a platform, whatever. Something gets obstructed into your path here. So we're just going to go ahead and just jump right here with the Grapple Beam. And we're going to go back the way we came. So actually, I'm running way below on light beam ammo, so this is work out perfectly. I need to get more light beam ammo. Because, well, Mr. Grinchlers used a lot of it, so Mr. Dark Grapple Beam Guardian guy. Alright, so now we need to go back and actually, I think we've done a lot already. So we can actually use the Grapple Beams now, Grapple Beam points right here, and we can just go on our merry way wherever we want to. We don't actually have to use that cage anymore if we don't want to. We could just, Grapple Beam. There is a pickup later in the game that will essentially make all of this pointless, make the Grapple Beam really just pointless to have, and I kind of feel bad for it because it's useful for this part of the game, but later there's going to be a pickup that actually just pretty much negates everything that the Grapple Beam does. Alright, so actually we need to come over here to where this crystal is, and we need to jump up here. Actually, is it jump up here? Yeah. And we need to actually jump up here so we can actually jump up this way. There we go. And we can actually go back, and we're going to go back up to the save room. I'm going to try to get up there as soon as I can. Actually, you know what would be easier if I just drop down and use the gosh darn kinetic orb cannon? Because that's what it's there for, to make it easier, to make it an easier trip to get back up there. So there we go. Alright. So we're gonna go into the save room, and I think I'm actually gonna call it an episode. We got the Grapple Beam. I'm kind of happy about that. So next time we meet in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we're actually going to go and make an obscure side trip. You don't have to do this. This is for a goodie. But we're going to take a side trip back to Aegon Waste because there's a pickup we can actually get right now. Now we have Grapple Beam. So I will see you guys in the next episode.